Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Nate's Pink Bookshelf. My name is Nate Denise for those of you who are new to the channel and who just happened to stumble across this video. And I post new videos every Wednesday and Friday all about bookish related things. As the title says above, this is going to be my Spookathon Wrap Up video. Spookathon was hosted by Lala from over at Books and Lala, and it went from Monday, October 15th to Sunday, October 21st. And it was a week-long readathon all about spooky related things, I guess, if you want to say. And there were 5 challenges, as well as the buddy read and an Instagram challenge. I did not partake in the Instagram challenge, but I did partake in the 5 challenges as well as the buddy read. And I completed all 5 challenges. Thank God. I was nervous that I wouldn't, but I definitely did. And the buddy read, I'll talk about that. But let's just dive in. I'm gonna be looking into my little book journal here. I have all of my things written down. But yeah, so the first challenge was to read a thriller novel, and my pick for that was You by Caroline Kepnes, and this is an adult. It's supposed to be a romance, but it's also like a mystery thriller in a sense. I'm not sure exactly the true genre for this, but from what I've heard from everyone else, it is mentioned as a thriller. And this was an okay book. I am watching this in conjunction with the show. I'm reading this in conjunction with watching the show. The show, so good, so good. I actually need to catch up on episode 7 today once I'm done with this video. But yeah, it's really, really good. I gave the book, however, 3 stars, and I DNF'd it. I know that doesn't make sense, but I DNF'd it because I didn't finish it. I only got to chapter 33. I read all the way to chapter 33. I put my little postcard in chapter 34, but I did read chapters 50 and 51. So I DNF'd it because I did not finish the story. But from what I did read, I liked it. And the only reason why I didn't finish it is because I felt like once I got to chapter 33, it was the same old, with Joe losing his mind, being obsessive, Beck being annoying and whiny, and yeah, I didn't care for it. But what I did read, I enjoyed. I don't know if you guys can see the little tabs here. I did enjoy what I read. A lot of it was very humorous, though some things should not have been humorous. I did find a lot of things funny in this, but the story itself just was irritating once we got like 50% of the way through. I couldn't deal with it anymore. But the show was really, really good, I will say. But yeah, so basically this follows the story, a romance, if you will, an obsessive romance between Joe and Beck. Joe works at a bookstore. I think he's a manager of the bookstore now. And Beck is a college student. When I say college, she is in an BFA or MFA or something like that for writing. And she walks into the bookstore, and Joe immediately has an attraction towards her and starts to basically stalk her. And they end up together because Joe finds out so much about her from stalking her, and they basically have a relationship from then on. But all of the people that are close to Beck start to die, and she doesn't realize, but it does have a lot to do with her relationship with Joe. Both these characters are unhealthy in so many ways, but it's funny, yet I felt as if once I got through half of this book, it was the same old, and I got irritated with it. I would say I recommend the show a lot more. The show is so good. The book, however, is okay. So that's why I gave it a 3 stars. So moving on, the next was to read a book with purple on the cover, and this book actually ties in with the buddy read of the Spookathon, which was Toil Trouble, 15 Tales of Women in Witchcraft, edited by Jessica Spotswood and Tess Sharp. This is, I guess, if you will, a YA paranormal story, paranormal anthology about witches, obviously, in witchcraft. For me, I think I'm about 60% of the way through on this, and I have only read, I think, 9 of the 15 stories, and I've only given 2 of them 5 stars. The other ones were either a 3 or a 2. It's not calling me. I'm giving this a 3 stars. I really want to give it a 2.5, but I'm gonna say 3, and I might DNF it. I don't have that many pages left to go, so I may continue to push through, as this is still my read. This is one of my picks for the autumn readathon, but so far where I'm at, it's 2.5, 3. possible DNF because it is not gripping me at all. I will say the stories have some pretty good aspects, such as like lesbian romances. You have some Latino people, you have some black people. I am enjoying those aspects, but the stories themselves are not doing it. There were 2 that I gave 5 stars, and I'm going to try to remember. I know the one that I recently read was by Zoraida Cordova, and I think it was Divine Are the Stars. The other one I liked, I think, was The Truth About Queenie or Death in the Salt Tubes. I think it's The Truth About Queenie. I can't remember. But, yeah, I gave 2 of the stories 5 stars. The other ones literally got a 2 or 3 just because they didn't do anything for me. So that's that. The third was to read a book not set in the current time period. So my pick for that was Dark Metropolis by Jaclyn Dolamore. This is also one of my books for the Autumn Readathon. But yeah, this book I gave 3 stars. This was a YA historical fiction set in the 1930s with a bit of paranormal fantasy aspects to it. This was actually pretty good. I can't even remember the girl name. Lord Jesus. Thea. That's her name. Her name is Thea. And there's Thea, Nan, and Freddie. Okay, so basically Thea, her mother and father were married, and they got themselves bound, and basically what that means is that you have your, I guess, your spirits or your souls tied to each other, so you could always know where the other is. So then her father, something happened at war. He either died or he just never came back, and they presumed him dead, but her mother sort of went crazy in a sense, because she said that he wasn't dead, and it's basically her trying to figure out what happened with her father, trying to get to her mother, and also trying to, in a sense, save the world. It's weird the way I'm explaining it, but that's pretty much what I can tell you. It was an okay story. I enjoyed the romance between Freddie and Thea because it wasn't a heavy romance. The romance really didn't pick up towards the end. And Thea and her best friend Nan were so adorable as well. So yeah, I gave this 3 stars. It was really good. Not super good because I'm not a historical fiction person, but I still did enjoy this read. So yeah, Jaclyn Dolamore's Dark Metropolis. The next and 4th book was to read a book with a spooky word in the title, and my pick for that was Muse of Nightmares, and here it is. Muse of Nightmares. I'm sorry about the glare on my glasses. I would take off my glasses, but then I can't see, so I'm trying to like angle my head properly. But yeah, Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, and I will say I enjoy this a lot more than Strange the Dreamer. I gave Strange the Dreamer 3 stars because I just could not connect with the characters whatsoever. But the sequel and I think this is the final book, Muse of Nightmares, I actually was able to connect with them a little bit more, so I gave it a 4 stars. Laini Taylor has such a way with her words, such a way with her writing, her characters, her world building is so phenomenal. It's like A+, like she's great. I really did enjoy this. I will say I got confused. I think the reason why I gave it 4 out of 5 instead of 5 was because the chapters with Core, Nova, and Scathis kind of confused me all the way up until the end when things started to flow and make sense. But yeah, I am still a fan of her Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. That is like my favorite trilogy from her. Laini Taylor's Strange the Dreamer duology is okay. But yeah, that was the book for that, and like I said, I gave that 4 stars. And the final challenge was to read a book with pictures. So I originally wanted to read Saga Volume 9 by Brian K. Vaughan, because last month I binge read all of volumes 1 through 8. I binge read it because I didn't know there was even a Volume 9 coming out. So I was going to get it off of Amazon, decided not to. Wanted to get it from the library, they didn't have it. Then I also went to Barnes & Noble's, they didn't have it. So I switched the book, which I did mention in the TBR that I might end up switching it anyway, to Lips Touch 3 Times by Laini Taylor. The illustrations are done by Jim Di Bartolo. I apologize if I'm butchering his name. But yeah, this is a YA paranormal fantasy-ish novel, and there are basically 3 stories in one book. And the illustrations in this were so good, you guys, so good. I'm trying to get to some illustrations. So the first story was called Goblin Fruit, and I'm gonna just flip through a few of the illustrations. If you go on my Instagram, which is Nays Pink Bookshelf, I do have like a video clip of the illustrations as I was reading. but the illustrations in here are really, really nice. And I love the red, black, and white feel to it. It really is a little creepy. So every story has a illustration to it. Let me see if I can find the next story. This one here is the Spicy Little Curses, which I thought was really, really adorable. This one was really adorable. But I'm not going to go through all the illustrations, but you can see the illustrations and pictures in this book. I gave this 4 stars. It was really, really good. I enjoyed every story that was in here. I think the one that I didn't care for the most was the final story. So there are 3 stories, like I said. The first one is called Goblin Fruit. I gave that one a 5 stars. It was really, really humorous. I enjoyed it so much. Because Kizzy and I think his name was Jack or Jake, they were just adorable. The second story is called Spicy Little Curses Such as These. That one I gave 4.5 stars. That one was a lot more romance filled, and it was really, really good. Again, I'm sorry about the glare from my glasses. And the last one, Hatchling, I gave that a 3 stars. It was just too long-winded. That had 17 chapters or so. It was just too long of a story. But overall, Lips Touched 3 Times by Laini Taylor was really good. Gave it 4 stars, probably 4.5. I'm still debating on that. But this was really, really good. And like I said, the buddy read was Toil Trouble by Jessica Spotswood. Edited by Jessica Spotswood and Tess Sharp. So that is basically my wrap up for this readathon. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. I wanted to vlog, but I didn't. Maybe the next readathon I do, I will vlog it. But yeah, I really had fun this time around doing this. And well, this was the first round of doing Spookathon ever, so I definitely will be doing this again next year because it was super fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you partook in Spookathon and have a video, leave your video links down below so I can check it out. And yeah, if you read any of these books, let me know your thoughts, especially on You by Caroline Kepnes. If you read that book, let me know what you thought of the book, because me, like I said, I gave it a 3 stars. It was okay, because I felt like it was the same old, same old. I feel like the TV show is 10 times better, just saying. But that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.